Good morning, YouTubers, and happy Saturday. Today is December the 7th of 2019. I am currently up and making videos for you guys today because I have a couple of things going on. So there'll be this video now, and then later on there'll be another video, which that's a surprise, so I won't tell you about that yet. Just keep your eyes open and hit that like and subscribe button at the very bottom of this video, and you'll know exactly what's going on later. So right now I want to talk to you guys because we are in the times of like pinching pennies and trying to do everything we can to make our ends meet, and then still trying to attempt to have like a budget or a savings in place. And I have found this very hard. I myself am not super amazing at budgeting, but I've gotten better. So, pat on the back for that. Along with these things, I have started, doing a lot of research, especially over the last year or so. My health has been kind of going a little crazy, so I can't always do the things that I used to do all the time. So these other things kind of like fill in spotters, I guess you can say. I tend to shop on Amazon a lot, so a lot of my little things that I like to do are very much options. So I do want to go over this list of side hustles or side cash making ways that I can tell you. I want to talk to you about the likes of the ones that I have done and the dislikes of the ones that I have done, and kind of talk about the process with you and what it is, so we can kind of start from there. My first on the list that pays you like immediately, I think it's like $1 to cash out, which you can just set it up to go straight through your PayPal, and my PayPal's already automatically set up for me to do direct deposits from PayPal. So that, number one, saves time, and then when I really need the money, I have it like right there. And this one is a survey site. It is a QMe, and that is capital Q like queen, and then the letter M as in mom, E as in elephant, E as in elephant.com. And it is pretty cool. It's really self-explanatory. It is you taking surveys. Some of them are as low as 20 cents or 15 cents, and they can go up to like $1 or $2. The more that you're on the website, the more you use them, you start to unlock yourself for higher pricing, which I've come to learn that a lot of the online gigs are kind of like that. The more that you go on there, the better pricing and tiers that you get, because you're doing the work more and you're getting good ratings and approved ratings pretty well as well. So that's a really cool website to take surveys on. I also liked, as far as surveys, I did user tester. That one I may have to get back to you on because I have it written down somewhere. I haven't gone back on that one in a long time, but they did pay me immediately with that one as well. We also have Mturk, which this is more, for me, in my opinion, it is really cool because it's like data entry. So someone who's trying to like get your typing up or to make sure that you have like less errors, I like these types of jobs because there are like so many different things that I can do in between watching TV. Like some of the things, they give you 60 minutes to like finish the hit, and it literally may take you 2 or 3 minutes to search what you're looking for in the information, or to read the instructions and understand the instructions and go ahead and do what needs to be done. So some of the stuff is a little lengthy, I'm not gonna lie, and that's because you're trying to figure out exactly what it is to put in the field. I would say when it comes to Mturk, definitely look at the examples, review the type of work that it is asking for. It does give you an option to preview it to the right-hand side of the screen once you've set up and got your account all set up, so that you can see what the work is actually asking for before you accept it. I also like doing the data entry receipts. Those are really fun because I literally am keying in receipts and items and the PUK codes, like the purchase codes of these items. I think they also call them SUKs. And you're doing this strictly like from your computer while you're watching TV or having conversations, or you're in the car on a long ride going with the family. So I like those a lot. Those are pretty cool with being able to do those. And I have not cashed out with them yet, so I'm not sure how that really works. When I first started, the first ones that I did were like a penny a minute. And those were the data receipt ones. They took about 2 weeks before I got any dollar amount inside of my, I don't know what you would call that, like my banking account through them, or like my account through them, shall I say. And I haven't tried to cash out yet. I just recently got back on it again and remembered how much I actually like doing it. They have a lot of different kind. They have where you ask, like you read something and then you ask questions, or list like 4 questions that you would ask based on what you read. Or you may watch a video and it wants you to describe what you've seen in the video. Like they have all kinds of cool little like right then and there jobs. Some of them take a little bit longer, some of them don't. Some of the research ones are like really simple, just like copy and paste type, like seriously. I did one the other day and it basically wanted me to go and look up movie reviews about movies, about a specific character in the movie, and find out if like certain websites, and it gives you like a list of like 3 or 4 websites that you're allowed to use to search this information. And then you go in, you look at it, and you have to like copy and paste something out off of like the page in which you found the information that lets you know that this is what the character's job was, or what they played, what they were to portray. So that one was really fun because there were movies that I forgot it even came out about, like, you know, years ago, and wanted to see and just forgot all about them. And, you know, just everyday hustles. So that one was really cool. That was also on Mturk, and Mturk is M as in mom, T U like umbrella, R like Robert, and K like king. So again, that is M, T as in Tom, U as in umbrella, R like Robert, and K like king. I apologize, I misspelled that the first time. So yeah, that's definitely where that is, and you just type that in your Google heading and it'll definitely pull it up. My number 3 that is like my go-to when I really need some money, or like I need a decent like amount of money with the least amount of work. For me, this was Field Nation. A friend of mine got me into it like as her assistant when I first started, and I literally go out and I swap out parts that they send me to my house. They send the parts to me. I go, and I have a thing like I refuse to travel any further than 2 hours for a job to go do. But because in some of these areas they don't have anyone that's like out there to fix the, you know, swap out the parts on their TV, I can get these bidders to go up to like $150 because I've been doing them for some time now on this Field Nation website. And I mean, they have all kind of stuff like plumbing, electronical stuff. My friend who got me hired on, like, she is an IT engineer, and you know, she does all kind of stuff on there, like this all kind of stuff. I've learned so much stuff, things that I didn't even know that I could do myself, you know, swapping out routers. But and those some of those jobs pay you within like 3 days. Some of those jobs can pay you up to 2 weeks from now, depending on how big the job was and how much monetary value the job is worth, I guess you can say, because they actually do reviews on it. What I liked when I first started working with the website by myself is I went and I was doing what they call site surveys. And this is literally me going with my phone, and I use like a secondary app that they have that you use for the site surveys. And I like take like 500 and something pictures in like an hour and a half, almost 2 hour time span. And the app walks you through what it's asking for. It'll show you an image of what the customer or the buyer that you're working for or contracting for at that moment is needing from you. So like it's like the simplest, easiest work in the world. It's just like repetition. So once you get used to it, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But you always check each and every one, because everybody has, they want certain things listed a certain order. They want it done a certain way. I now have a even huger tool collection now because of this job, because I started doing it and it's like a sugar rush, literally, because I feel like I'm doing something productive. Now, with that job, I probably spend more time with both of those jobs in my car than I do on the job itself, and still may spend maybe $10 or $15 in gas to go do these jobs. Like I said, I refuse to go any further than 2 hours. But in your area, there may be like a really big job that's 3 or 4 hours away that you may want, they may compensate you for a hotel and things like that. My jobs that I do are usually really quick. I'm usually in and out in less than 2 hours for the job. So that's a quick couple of $100 right there, and you can set these schedules around your work days. You can set these schedules on your, pretty much on your own time, and pick and choose, like, okay, I want to bid on this job. So I really like Field Nation for that. It definitely helped me a lot when I was down from my car accident about a year ago. So it helped out a whole lot. Because if I couldn't drive, I couldn't really drive, I would have somebody drive for me, and I would just pay them to drive, and I would be able to like lay on my stomach and sleep the whole ride in the back seat of the car. So yeah, lazy me. But if you're not having to pay anyone to drive or anything like that, then I would definitely say try Field Nation out. It's amazing. Number 4 on my list would be Uber or Uber Eats. I actually really do customer service in real life, so for me it is amazing. It is like a breath of fresh air most of the time doing Uber. Like, I always tell people, Uber customers say the darndest things. Like, I like, sometimes I'm never shocked as what is said in my car. And I've been doing Uber for like 3 years and some change, almost 4 years. And at one point it was like I would go do my regular job 5 days a week, get off there, go do Uber for 2 to 3 hours. I would give myself like a goal. Like, okay, I don't want to get off until I've made at least $30 or $40. And that's generally like if I'm only doing it for a couple hours, right? And right after work type situation. Now, if I'm on Uber all day, it's some pretty good money. I've had some $300-$400 days where I've done literally done maybe 6 hours of Uber and busted it out like that. I had to take a customer to Atlanta once, and that trip got me almost $300 within itself, because he was a little past Atlanta from me, which is about 2 hours from where I am now, but where I had to take him was 2 hours and 30 minutes away. So things like that make it really interesting and make it kind of cool. I would say be careful with the customers that are like, if you're a late night person, you're bored, you want to make some money, hit up like after the clubs are closing, hit up after these bars are closing in your area, cut your Uber on. But definitely invest in like some barf bags from Walmart or Amazon or something. If you're going to do that late night crew, because drinking is always inedible. And make sure like restaurants that are nearby, because a lot of times the drunk people, they want to stop at Crystal's, or I know when I was in Atlanta, it was McDonald's or Waffle House or Denny's. These places that are open, and they're like, no, I want you to wait with me. Like, and a lot of times you'll end up getting a free meal and you're waiting for this customer getting paid while they get their food to go, and then you take them home. So it can be a really cool experience, and in a lot of cases you're helping people that can't drive anymore for one reason or another, or don't have a car right now. So you're doing like 1,000 good deeds in one situation with Uber and getting paid to do it. So I love that. As far as Uber Eats, I have not personally done the Uber Eats portion as of yet. But I think that's a great idea for people who are just very cautious of having people in their car. Of course, I always say protect yourself. Make sure you have some type of self-protection, whether it's like a taser or, some type of mace for that matter, because you never know. I haven't had any crazies. I haven't had anybody that I've had to put out my car or that I had to flip out on or anything like that. So that's been pretty cool when it comes to that. So thumbs up to that, Uber. Really appreciate it. I will say that I don't like the fact that sometimes when you get customer service, it is customer service, because I'm going to be very brutally honest. And I'm Bohemian American, so I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. But being that I work in the United States, there are times when you're trying to communicate with customer service, and it's a little bit of a language barrier. And that is probably like my only frustration. But at one point, like, you couldn't even contact anybody on Uber at one point, like via phone or anything like that. You had to like message them, pray they messaged you back. Like, it was a whole list of things. Uber has gotten so much better with this. So I'm extremely happy with Uber and the Uber experience there. We also have Postmates. Now, I actually love doing Postmates. The most I've made in one day was like $130, and that was like a 3 or 4 hour shift. The city that I stay in is not like a super major city, and out here we can't go on the base to deliver food. So I don't. Yeah, that's a don't. I don't like that, because, and I do get it because it's to protect the military, but if the people are ordering the food, they should be able to have like some hub or some area where they can sit, or where Postmates doesn't even send us there at all, because that can be like a big waste of your time and money. Well, more so gas money, but because Postmates gives you a card that you use. You swipe their card to pay for the customer's food, and then you go drop it off. I got my first like actual product delivery not too long ago, which was like 2 iPads at the iPad store, and I was like wigging out because I was like, all I'd ever done was food before that. So I was like, okay. Now, Postmates I've been kind of playing with on and off for about a year now. Again, like I said, I haven't been consistent with any of these lately. I've been going through some things, so I just had not had the time to really do it. I've been really focused into my regular job and really busy with that. Also, they do have Instacart. Where I live at, it's not currently fully available. They kind of have fold-up slots right now in my area. But Instacart, I hear, is really, really amazing. Like I said, I'm not that far out from Atlanta. And as a person who lived in Atlanta, and I hear that, people are making hundreds of dollars just going to pick up people's groceries. Some people are actually shopping for the groceries. Other people are going and picking them up. So that's a pretty cool thing. That I did sign up for Instacart initially when it first came to Augusta, but I actually live on the Carolina side. So on the Carolina side, there's still things that aren't like here yet. But when I first got here and they first brought it here, I did attempt to sign up. It was a little confusing. I am not super tech savvy, so the fact that I'm even capable of doing this video is amazing. So, for me, anything that it does not frustrate me while I'm trying to sign up or set up for it is always a win. I got into the site like right up to like getting to schedule and things like that, and I did not understand how to set up a schedule or how to pick shifts or like how any of that worked. And I did watch like 1,082 videos. Some of them were very descriptive and still didn't help me with anything. And they're also hard to contact as well. So, but they are getting more active in their messenger. I actually mentioned someone not too long ago about that account. So, Instacart is pretty cool. So it's kind of like Instagram, but instead of the gram, it's a cart, C-A-R-T. So I-N-S-T-A-C-A-R-T. And I will put these in the bottom of my comments as well for you guys so that you can check that out too and see those for yourself. I also have these last two I have not done at all. So I don't know. I haven't even tried to sign up for these yet, but I am planning on it just so that I can kind of come back and give you guys a later video about these two that I'm about to mention, and then a couple of others that I have listed from like last year that I wanted to revamp the list before I came back to you with them. So this one that I'm going to talk about now is actually Shipt, and this is basically where you are basically like a courier. This is another one of those delivery company that you deliver stuff. This one I don't believe it's food. I think it's just like all kind of things that you end up delivering. So that's pretty cool. And then Amazon Flex. Now I've been hearing about this Amazon Flex for quite some time. I don't think it's come to where I'm living yet, but it's okay. I'm going to keep looking for it. But I hear, like, for people that I have friends in California and New York and Texas and Miami, and they've done a lot of these things and love them. Like, some of them have quit their jobs and are doing some of these things full time now, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, that says a lot. You do, once you get to a certain level with Uber, you do get, like, discounts on your vehicle maintenance. Like, right now, I haven't been driving as much as I used to. So every month, like every 3 months, you get to like maintain your status as like your discounts and things like that you get. So right now I'm back. I just got myself back into pro mode, which is pretty cool. Because I get like 25% off vehicle maintenance. I get a free snack every day while I'm on Uber from different places. You also have health insurance that you can take advantage of for the people who are like don't have a full-time job and need health insurance. That's something that's really good. Also, as far as third party, and I think that's it, you guys. I know I literally like data dumped. I gave you guys a lot of information at one time. So like I said, I am going to definitely leave these listed in my comments for you. I hope that these help and that you can make some money and, you know, we can start saving together. I will keep posting weekly and maybe even, you know, a couple of times a week now that I'm starting to look into, you know, just different alternatives that don't require to take up a lot of my time, but still give me a pretty decent amount of income in the process as well. So I look forward to you guys' comments. Please definitely comment below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like about my videos. And I definitely appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure, again, you subscribe. I will come through and give you all kind of stuff as I find it. I will tell you because sharing is caring. So be safe out there. Stay happy. Love yourself first. And remember, I love you. So you are loved. Be safe out there. As always, Kat.